Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri called on all stakeholders to set aside differences to be able to come up with a better system for determining when and why importation of sugar is needed or not. Meanwhile, the Blue Ribbon Committee believes the probe is nearly finished as it now has become clearer who could be held accountable for the unauthorized importation order. Eunice Monte has the full details.
Been doing my best in the exercise of my duties and function, Your Honor.
The staff of the Department of Agriculture, Sugar Regulatory Administration, and Bureau of Customs were questioned by the senators at the continuation of the Blue Ribbon Committee investigation into Sugar Order Number 4, or the first importation of tons of sugar into the country. The Philippine Sugar Millers Association admitted that there is really a sugar shortage in the country due to low production.
So speaking of the supply deficit, artificial ba yung sugar shortage?
I do not believe that it is artificial.
So you believe that the sugar shortage is a reality?
I believe so.
SRA former Administrator Hermenegildo Serafica explained that on August 3, the stakeholders were asked to submit suggestions. He said that the stakeholders themselves recommended 300,000 tons of sugar to be imported.
On August 4, it was reiterated again on the importation plan. During that time, we had already figures because we had a meeting with the stakeholders on July 29, where we presented the facts of the situation on the tightness of the supply and the rising prices, prevailing prices in the market. So the stakeholders were requested to submit on or before August 3 their recommendations. Almost all of them recommended 300,000 metric tons volume to be imported, Your Honor.
That's why, according to former DA Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian, the president knew about the import plan because he said it was in one of the conversations they had before Sugar Order Number 4 was drafted.
He emailed me that he was instructed to actually draft the sugar importation program.
Okay, so
by the president, Your Honor. And if you are instructed to draft the sugar importation program, Your Honor, that means you are already aware that there's an importation that has been planned, or even the number that is supposed to be imported is they've already been informed about it.
Malacanang did not object. Therefore, they assumed that the Sugar Order Number 4 had a go signal due to the sense of urgency. According to Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel, there should have been consultation first before signing SO Number 4.
Marami akong narinig na sagot na akala namin in-approve na ni President Marcos, kaya pirma na rin kami. Ang information sa amin kasi, approved na yung 300,000 metric tons, kaya nag-submit din kami. Tapos anong sabihin nung nalaman na hindi approved? Biglang bago ihip ng hangin. Sana yung SRA or lahat ng mga collegial bodies na binubuo ng gobyerno, precisely forum yan eh.
Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez was not able to attend because there was a cabinet meeting, but he was invited again by the committee. Bureau of Customs officials were also present. That's why Senator Chivia Hercito questioned, did the Bureau file charges against any agricultural smugglers?
We have arrested and jailed more or less three smugglers in different raids that we have conducted, Your Honor.
The representative of Coca-Cola Philippines also confirmed that they have closed 4 to 5 plants but still continues to pay workers.
If the plants po are not operating, the workers po are not required to come to work, but everyone po is being paid their salary and wage.
Finally, Senate President Mig Zubiri urged sugar farmers to unite and agree on a longer solution on imports because the most affected are the small farmers.
I'm making that appeal to all our sugar farmers and federations. And I think we can all stand on that. Tigil na muna natin yung away. Let us come up with a better system of importation.
Zubiri said that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is doing everything for the welfare of the farmers and will prevent importation as long as possible.
I truly believe that the President is doing a great job in terms of looking at the needs of the farmers, ang kapakanan ng ating mga magsasaka. Kaya nga pinigil nga niya yung importation. He's been calling meetings in Malacanang with different stakeholders to come up with a win-win solution. In fairness to him, to come up with a win-win solution.
According to the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, after 2 hearings, the investigation is closely coming to an end because they have determined the facts pointing to the people responsible for this sugar fiasco. Eunice Samonte for The Nation.